So, hello friends, in this video, I am going to show you how to generate a manual stimuli in case we don't want to write test bench and want to test the functionality of our circuit, what we need to do. So, that was the first part of our design, that after writing the Verilog code, if you want to know how I have written this Verilog code, you can see the previous video of my series on the Vivado software. I have written this code for a half adder. So if you have basic understanding of the Verilog, you can easily understand that this is a code for a half adder circuit. Now in the previous video, I have manually written a test bench and tested the functionality of my code. Now if I don't wish to write a test bench and I want to test the functionality of the my Verilog code, that is generate the manual stimuli, I will show in this video what I need to do. So for the first step, I need to run the simulation part as I've done in the previous video and run the run behavior simulation. Since I have already performed the synthesis in of this code, so all the options are enabled, but I need to go to the first option and run the simulation. So as I run the simulation, I will get the values of the waveform. I will show you now. Waveform, I need to perform the simulation. For that, I can go to the four constants or force clock. In the force constant section, I can apply a binary input value to the input. So if for example I am giving 1, and I can also apply the time after which I want to cancel my waveform. For example, I am giving it as 10 nanosecond. Similarly, I need to give the value of force constant to my B part, B input. For example, I am giving it as 0, and I also set the value of the radix, which I have set as binary. And I have also run this waveform for 10 nanosecond. So when I run it, for that, as you can see, after giving the input, there is no change in the input waveform. To see the change, I need to run the simulation using this button. So when I run, I get the output. So I need to zoom out and see for 10 nanosecond what is the output. As you can see, when we give A as 1, as I have shown you, and B as 0, we get S is equal to 1 and C out is equal to 0. I have also told you the other function, that is the force clock. In this function, I can give a clock cycle to the input. So first of all, I need to change the value of the binary radix to binary. Then I can give the leading edge value and the trailing edge value. For example, I want to cancel my waveform after 1000 nanosecond. I can give that, and I can also change the duty cycle. As you know, the duty cycle is the time at which for which the waveform is on divided by on plus off. So the period here is 100 nanosecond. Similarly, I need to give force clock value to the B part, and in the binary section I have given the same value as 0 and 1, but I will change the period here. So this will cancel after 1000 nanosecond, and I will exactly double the period, that is 200 nanosecond. Now you will see the output using this button, and you will see that I get a waveform like this, where I can see all my cases can be tested. When both the inputs are 0 0, the output is 0, and the C out is also 0, the sum is also 0. When it is 0 1, the sum is 1, the C out is 0. Similarly, in third case, and in the fourth case, when both are 1, the sum is 0 and the C out is 1. So as you can see, how we can generate the manual stimuli using this force clock and force constant function. This can be used when we don't want to write a test bench and we want to change the functionality of our code. We can also reset it, we can also run it many times, and we can also reset it using this button. Like if you want to erase all the waveform which we have got, we can restart it, and see, as I click it, all the waveform is gone. I can again apply the input for the specified time and see the output of the Verilog circuit. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please post in the comment section. I will happy for that.